Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to unbox. Let me just take it. Yes. So this is one of the gift pack by Majorette. Actually, this came out a year back. I think around last year this came. I actually didn't buy this entire box even back then. Back then I bought everything in a single piece. So when it came to this box, I just you guys know it by right now. I do have a group, and I asked some of my friends to help me out. So they bought most of the cars. I bought only the limited editions here because this is what I was looking for in this pack. So let's unbox this and see how this one looks. So this one is like 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13 cars. Yeah, sorry, 15 I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 13 I guess. Fine. So this whole box is actually around 2700 rupees. So I'm not sure whether I will be able to unbox this in this limited space which I'm having here, but let me try. So I need to give these cars to the respective person after this video, so they are actually kind enough to wait until I finish my unboxing. Okay, let me just pull this out off camera. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, I'm just being very careful not to knock anything off from my okay, so here it is. So let's go one by one, and I will be showing off all these limited editions as well. So let's start with this. So this is a Renault Twingo, and so MRP of this single car is actually 199. So this one I'm having extra, so I'm just planning to sell it. If anyone actually require it, just drop me in the comments. Who first come first serve basis only. So I personally like Majorettes because of this specific reasons. Okay, it does have acrylic headlights for like 99% of the cars, even though they are main lines. So it does have some grill details here and this fog lamp details here. It does have rear view mirrors, which is really nice. So it does see these are actually old, like a year old. This is sitting in, even I know this particular box was sitting in that shop shelf for a year. So I asked them to say, sell it to me. So they do have taillight details. So the paint job is a little bit here and there, but at least this is okay. And there is some paint rash here along with some paint bubble, which is not good. And I'm pretty sure this has suspension. Let's see. Let me just put this aside. Yeah, it does have suspension. Let's do a roll test. No, it doesn't. It doesn't roll well, and both wheel wobble a lot. No, it doesn't roll really well. Okay, let's keep this aside and move on to the next car. And next one would be, okay, so this is the Aventador SV Roadster. So I did unbox this car back then, when I bought it in single piece. So it does have acrylic headlights, which is really nice. Nothing is painted here. Logo placement is really nice. And okay, so all of these cars actually have metal body and plastic chassis, if you guys are wondering. So the tail lights are painted, but it is really perfect if you ask me. Maybe a little bit smudge here, I guess. Yeah, here. Okay, the spoiler is actually plastic. The rims are really nice. It does have suspension. Yeah, it does have suspension. Let's do a roll test. So back then I didn't do roll test, when I started this channel. It doesn't roll really well. I'm not sure, how many people actually plays with Majorette. But the wheel doesn't wobble. That is really nice. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So there are some duplicates here. I will be showcasing them on everything at same time. So let me just show these two. See, these two are I think Ford GT. Okay, so these two are same casting. So comes in the box. So let's go with the red one for a change. The color looks really nice. Okay, it does have paint rashes here because uh, at least the one which I actually have with that neon paint job like the Tron one, that doesn't have any issue. So these things have some kind of rashes here because it is sitting in the shelf for so long and it is getting shaken a lot, pulled fell maybe down a lot. But I really love the rear view mirror details here. This is true to this car, and acrylic headlamps actually, and the grill details are really nice. Nice rim set actual, and they do paint the tail lights, and there is some exhaust detail as well. It is really nice. You can see the engine detailing also, interior detailing as well. I think this also has suspension. No, this one doesn't. So neither this, I guess. So what's the difference between these two? Okay, I don't see any difference because it has the same rims, same casting and everything. Only the difference is the paint job. Yeah, nothing else. So let's do a roll test real quick. No, it doesn't roll really well. It doesn't roll at all. Let's see if this one rolls. This is worse than that one. Oh my god. I'm not sure why, but Majorette is not really good in this one. So as a static casting, I really love Majorettes a lot. So again, back then I never really did roll test that much. I just started it maybe end of last year, I guess. Okay, so this one is Aventador, and I do have one more color. So this is the one I took in this box because myself and my wife we both love this color, so I took this one. So let's do a review with mine as well. Okay, so the engine details are really nice here. It does have a lot of scratches, as you can see. So as you can see, these are the scratches which you get normally by moving, shaking a lot. So acrylic headlights and logo placement and detailing is really nice. Tail details are really nice. So they do everything really nice. Apart from the part only, my major concern is these cars doesn't roll well at all. And see, they have rear view mirrors, and I think this one has suspension as well. Yeah, it does have suspension. So some castings have weird stands as well. Like it is a little bit elevated compared to the actual car. Maybe that's their way of changing a little bit on the car. So these two are actually exact same castings. Only difference being the color. Nothing much. Nothing else actually. Okay, let's do a roll test with this one. Okay, at least this rolls a bit nice. This entire roaster which we had. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, both of these rolls really nice. Maybe it's not fast as this Hot Wheels ones, but it is smooth, doesn't create any noise. It has some even sound, which is really nice. Okay, let's move on to the next one. These are really hard to take it from the box. Okay, so this is the Audi R8. So the color looks really nice, and as you can see, there are some paint rashes here. It's been sitting in the shelf for so long. Acrylic headlights, logo placement is nice. So there is no grill detail here, which is just painted out, which is not really good. But apart from that, I can let it slide because they do have rest of the detail really nice, including the headlight, tail light, the logo placement, everything else. So my concern with this casting is I don't see any exhaust detail here. I think it's supposed to be in the back here. I didn't see. Okay, so it doesn't have suspension, I do have one of this, which I unboxed long back, but it didn't have any suspension. But let's see. Yeah, it doesn't have any suspension. Let's do a roll test. Okay, it does roll really fast, but it has a lot of wheel wobble on both wheels. But it does roll really well, but with a bit of noise. And next one is it's a Jeep Rubicon. So I personally like this one. I do have this one. I did unbox this one a long time back, I guess. So I do have a lot of Majorettes which I'm supposed to unbox. It is still there. I will be unboxing those soon. And logo placement is nice. Acrylic headlights. So it does have some paint rash. I mean, like scratch here. This is not paint rash. This is literally scratch because this part is plastic. This part is metal and the chassis is plastic. So the tail lights are painted, which is really nice. This tire is actually plastic. So okay, let's do a suspension test. It does have suspension, which is really nice. It doesn't roll really well. The rear wheel stops spinning. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This is one of my personal favorite casting in the mainline, which is the Chevy Camaro. So I used to keep it here in the bottom, but I removed that and I just kept it safe because I'm not getting Majorettes easily nowadays. So I want to keep it safe. Okay, there's some bit of dust here. There it is. So paint job is really nice. It has some paint bubbles on it. Acrylic headlights as usual. Logo placement is really nice. I'm pretty sure this car comes in some movie. I don't know whether it's a Transformers movie or anything, but I recently saw an advertisement. The spoiler detail looks really nice. And okay, so the spoiler is actually plastic. Yeah, the spoiler is plastic. It is actually attached to the body. It's not metal like you see in Hot Wheels. So chassis is plastic. The body is metal. It does have rear view mirrors, which is really nice. And it does have suspension. Yeah, it does have. Let's do a roll test. Okay, it rolls really smooth and really good as well. It does have some wheel wobble, but it is tolerable. Yeah, that is really nice. Okay, let's get to the next one. Okay, so these are the last four. These are the limited editions. Excuse. Okay, so this one is the Mercedes-Benz G500. I do have these castings, but in a different color actually. I mean, like a single paint scheme. So this one has openable hood as well. Engine bay, sorry. It does have some detail here. The logo placement is really nice. So some of the Majorette castings, the only problem which I'm having is I can't open this, more than this level. So the main, point of these four castings are the paint job. So and with a bit of opening parts. So it has acrylic headlights as usual and tail light detail as well. The logo placement is really nice everywhere, and it has wiper detail as well. That is really cool. The paint job is really nice. It does have some scratches. Again, this casting was upside down when I actually bought this pack, so I changed it. I just straightened it out so that I can able to show it to you guys during the unboxing. Okay, it is a heavy casting if you ask me. You can easily break someone's head with it. Okay, let's do a suspension test. It does have suspension. It's really nice. It has rear view mirrors. Okay, so in this casting, this entire body is made of metal, including the top here. Nothing is plastic, only the chassis is made of plastic. It has some exhaust detail as well, which is really nice. Let's try to do a roll test with this one. Let me just... Okay, it does roll, but I was a bit unsure whether this will actually roll. It does roll because the casting is a bit heavy and it is making the car stick to the ground. And there is one flaw I am having with this casting, which is there is some paint damage here, so I can't do any. Honestly, I didn't see this one when I bought it, but what can I do? I don't want to buy another pack just for this one. Okay, the second one is the Corvette. So here it is. So I do have the Corvette in the racing edition, so it is some kind of the yellow livery, yellow paint job, I think, with white livery, I guess. So it has acrylic headlights, logo placement is nice. This is a matte, how I can say, this kind of maroon color, I guess. The livery looks really nice, but one thing I'm really sad about this casting is it doesn't have any tail light details. But apart from that, they did add every detail here. Okay, this one has openable doors. Okay, let me tell you one more thing. So if you are going to buy this box, and these castings, these 4 limited editions are 250 rupees each, but rest of the castings are 199 each. So the spoiler is actually plastic. You can see it wobble a little bit. I think you can put it here. It does have interior detailing to it, which is really nice. And it does have suspension. As you can see, the stance is a bit higher. I'm not sure about the actual Corvette. So I do have a Hot Wheels Corvette here. You know, the premium one I showed you a couple of days back. So you can see here. So that one is a Hot Wheels premium Corvette. I bought it in Muscat, I guess. So let's do a roll test. But the reason I was pointing that out, that one out, was that doesn't have this much of stance here. As you can see, this casting that is a lot closer to the ground. I think in that particular case, Hot Wheels wins. Okay, it does roll really well, really fast. The wheels wobble a lot, but still rolls, which is really nice. Honestly, I'm not going to play with any of this casting. These 4 castings I more specifically bought for the livery, which looked really nice. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this is, I think, the Dodge Challenger, I guess. I'm not sure why they are not putting the name in Dodge. Yeah, this is a Dodge Challenger only. Yeah. Okay, so the paint job is really nice in this one, and I don't see any paint damage in this one, at least. Okay, yeah, I don't see any paint damage. There is some excess paint, as you can see here in the door hinges and everything. This is a openable door, so it does have this issue. And the headlights are actually acrylic. So the chassis is plastic. There are some taillight details as well, which is really nice. So this has openable door, like I mentioned. So I do have this casting in purple color, if I'm not wrong. So I did an unboxing as well. Honestly, when it comes to opening parts, and I personally prefer the Tomica ones. They're really snappy and it sits in the place perfectly. So the rim on this one is limited to this kind of limited editions and all. I do have one more Porsche 934 with this golden rim. So this is a rose gold rim exactly. So it does have suspension, but not in a very high level. It does have. Okay, let's do a roll test. Okay, it does roll, maybe not that fast until or unless you push it really fast. It does have wheel wobble, but the casting is heavy. Again, you can break someone's head with it. So this is really nice casting with all the details. Okay, let's move on to the last but not least, my personal favorite one. The whole reason I bought this set, and I asked my friends also to buy this one just because I liked this one. Okay, so this is the Huracán Avio, or Huracán, you can say. So I do have the same casting in 2 different colors. One is the color changes, and another one is in that blue with white striped. I personally like that color so much. So this one has acrylic headlights, logo placement is nice paint job, and tail light details as well. So it does have exhaust here, which is embossed, just protrudes out. It's really nice. So it does have suspension. See, it does have suspension. And another thing is, this does have openable part, which is here. Yeah, So you can see the engine here, which is really nice. But you need to be careful with this one because one of my that color changers, it doesn't close fully that easily because I know maybe I broke something inside. It does have some scratch here, but these are like upside down when I bought in this inside this package. And I'm not sure how whether they threw this out, threw this anywhere, or I'm not sure whether they put some weight on top of it. These are honestly beautiful castings. Let's do a roll test. No, it doesn't roll. The rear wheel is not even rolling. It rolls sometimes, it just stops. But again, personally, I'm not going to use any of my Lamborghini castings to play or something. Maybe if I buy more than one, I'll just keep one, in my hand. And I do have one sofa car, that's the Sesto Elementor which came in the recent Hot Wheels case, that white one. So that I just play with it time to time. So because I do have multiples of that, so I do that. So that's it for today, guys. If you like my video, hit the thumbs up button. If you love my video, subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching this video. Have a great day. Goodbye.